Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Outward. So, I forgot to show it off in the previous episode, but the quest we just picked up, actually a lot of things happened. We've gained a couple of side quests, there's been a lot of quest updates. We got a new skill which requires mana, and they straight up tell you where to get mana at this point. So it's at the mountain in Chersonese. I've already forgotten the name of the mountain. Conflux? Yeah, I think that's it. Conflux Mountain. So we've got Infused Light. Temporary adds lightning damage to your melee weapon. I really like that concept. I love weapon buffing, especially when like playing a paladin. You know, like the act of you know, adding some holy element to your weapon. Really love that paladin playstyle. So we've got access to this. I mean, we already have the Blessed Boon. We got the Blessed Boon from Raiden. I forget his real name. Moffat, I think, gave us this for helping him. And now we have Infused Light. So, step 1, cast Blessed to get the Blessed Boon, and then use the Blessed Boon to apply lightning damage to your weapon. I don't know how long it lasts. I hope for a decent amount of time. So we got that. The quest I mentioned a minute ago. So they've given us. Okay, we've completed Looking to the Future. We've joined the holy mission of Alat, and that's going to be our path for the rest of the game. I don't know if I'm going to do the other two paths. Otherwise, this I don't know. You could consider this Let's Play to be just the path of you know, the path of what's her name? Oliel. Yeah, Oliel's path. We've got Rissa's path as well, and what's his name? It says it here somewhere. Izan. So we've got Izan and Rissa's path. That could also be done, but I think I'm going to keep this Let's Play you know, short and to the point. Only 100 only 100 episodes long. Only doing one of the 3 major main quests of the game. I do like that they add that level of replayability to where you I'm already now seeing a couple of really cool like early game choices that impact the rest of your play. One major one being like the speaking to the guard who guards the gate with a specific weapon equipped. He gives you a weapon skill, so that's a way of kind of diversifying your different playthroughs from a very early stage, because you're really like within minutes of starting a new game you can be getting that new weapon skill at that point, because you just like you get the 3 items required to be allowed to go into the outer world. Talk to the gatekeeper, and it'll give you a skill based on your equipped weapon. So you know, just choose what weapon you want to equip. You can purchase many weapons with the gold you start off with. So you can just like you can buy a claymore and talk to the guard, and I'm guessing he'll give you a claymore skill. It's cool. I like that. Also, I noticed there's legacies you can choose when you start. In the main menu of the game, you can like pick a legacy as you start a new game. That's another thing I know next to nothing about yet, so I'm gonna learn about that as we continue on. Maybe it's something you only have access to when you finish playthrough. I don't know. Maybe it's not a big deal. Who knows? Maybe I'm overestimating the replayability, but from what I've seen so far, it does seem to have a nice couple of options for to incentivize replayability, or to incentivize creating another character. Don't know how long the game is. I've said this before. I'm really curious to see how long the story will take us. How long it will take us to finish the game. I hope it's got a decent size to it, because you know, you don't want the open world to be too shallow, that you know the whole thing by heart, because that kind of de-incentivizes replayability. Actually knowing everything that the game has to offer. Knowing, having a picture of the entire world, because you want that sense of wonder and exploration. You want new things to be, you want to be able to discover new things. I guess that's the reason you'd replay Skyrim over and over again. You'd visit sections of the game you'd never seen before. Anyway, I ramble. Let's carry on. Let's talk to Elinara.
Take your time getting familiar with the marsh.
You'll get your first task soon enough. Prepare yourself. In a few days, I will have something for you. Okay. Yeah, the quest says Elinara in the city of Monsoon will have a task for you in 3 days. This is kind of unfortunate, because this would actually have been the ideal time to travel back to Chersonese and do that little sidetrack that I did earlier. The hoarding all the items, getting them all back in storage. It would be lovely if we had access to our house already, or had the ability to purchase a home here in Monsoon. I think there's another achievement linked to that. So no idea what I'm going to be doing here for 3 days. Sleeping under a bridge, slumming for 3 days possibly? I don't know. I mean, we've already explored the village. I guess this is just like growing pains. I'm pretty much playing most of the game I've played so far has been blind, so I have no idea as to the narrative thread that we're following through the game. Oh, look at that! That's an alchemy kit there. Oh, yeah,
greetings, friend.
Look at this. Okay, you're a philosopher and you're teaching us Chakram Arc, Chakram Pierce, Chakram Dance, and that requires Leyline Connection. You regain 0.15 mana per second. This is a constant effect. That's cool. A lot of the skills and spells in the game seem to cost a decent chunk of coin. I think the cheapest skills you can get are 50. The same with in Cherizo or Cherzon, the first town in the game. I keep forgetting the name. It's Cierzo. I guess the reason I'm forgetting the name so much is because the names are a lot alike. The zone that the first town in the game is in resembles a little bit the name of the town. So you've got the Chersonese is the name of the area, and the town is Cierzo. So I don't know. I think it's because the beginning clank is it sounds a lot alike. We've got like way too much time to burn here. I'm probably I don't know. I guess I'll explore what the vendors have to offer.
Greetings, friend.
With their inventory and see what kind of use we can make out of them. I wonder. I'm really hoping that the quest we're gonna get from what's her face, a name that I haven't bothered remembering because I thought she wasn't useful to us, but now she is. Yeah. Anyway, what was I talking about? Rambling on a bit here. Whew. Mana Ward. What do? Envelop you in mana, and for an instant you become immune to damage. Wow. How long does that last? Damn, the skill only costs 50 gold to get, 50 silver. Mana 7, cooldown 20 seconds. Okay, a Sigil of Fire costs 7 mana and has no cooldown. But it consumes a Firestone. Create a magical circle on the ground. Certain skills have additional effects when cast within the circle. You know, casting seems like an entirely different and complex beast in the game here. And one thing that's instantly putting me off of taking the caster playstyle is the consumption of items for your magical purposes. I don't know how easy these firestones are to gain access to early game, though I haven't really dabbled much in alchemy. I think if you look into it, maybe they're extremely farmable. I guess at the very least they are a resource which won't expire over time like food does. So you can, if there is a way of farming them reliably, you can just make a ridiculous stock of these firestones in your storage and do what you want with them. It is an extra level of micromanagement though, because depending on the weights, you might not be able to bring a lot of them with you. So imagine going into a dungeon for combat and having to worry about how often you cast spells because you've only got a certain number of sigils on you. I don't know. It's just it's another way of getting your brain all twisted up. I think, especially the ones that consume items. The ones that don't consume items, they seem manageable. The chakram. I'm wondering if the chakram is an offhand weapon. It probably is. I mean, we're running around with a sword and board playstyle now, but I might actually choose to wield a chakram in the left hand and a sword or axe in my right hand. I might actually move to swords because I think swords make either swords or maces make more sense as a paladin. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just like heavily influenced by like the paladin lore I've seen from World of Warcraft and like other games. But when I think paladin, I'm looking at World of Warcraft, Dark Souls, Warhammer to a certain extent, and you see a lot of them wielding maces. You've got Leroy in Dark Souls wielding a mace. It just seems like I don't know. It's an idea that's kind of stuck in my mind, where maces are kind of like a paladin weapon. You know, maces. What are they called? The sharp maces. They've got a name. Oh man, I forget. Morningstar. Yeah, Morningstar maces. That kind of stuff. Two-handed hammers. Yeah, they just seem like a very like paladin-y playstyle. Yeah, also that Souls-like game kind of reminds me of it. What's it called? God damn it. You know, Clunky Souls, they refer to it as. Unfortunately, the name escapes me. But there is a Souls game that is like Clunky Souls, and you have characters wielding spells at the very beginning, and they are like paladins, and of course they're wielding hammers. So I don't know. I think there is a lot of media IPs and a lot of movies and references that would make you believe that paladins are kind of coming hand in hand with blunt weapons. How's our needs and desires going? Sleep is doing pretty poorly. Yeah, we kind of stayed up all night, just rambling.
Hey there!
I want to train with you instead. So this is a warrior monk. I'm gonna check the other guy. What are you?
Greetings, friend.
You're a philosopher.
Hey there!
Warrior monk. What have you got to offer? Master of motion. While under the effect of discipline boon, impact resistance and all damage resistance are increased by 15. That's cool. I wonder how long the boons last. Going through the tutorial, I think for a decent amount of time, like a minute, maybe 2 minutes. And if you've got a good amount of mana recovery, like that one skill looks really great for a caster. Like if you're using any kind of spells.
Greetings, friend.
This one over here seems... which one is it? Here. Leyline connection. You regain 0.15 mana per second, a constant effect. So constant mana recovery seems like a really good deal, because there's a lot of food items that give you mana restoration, but just like, you know, it's the stretches of being between combat that you can recover mana. That seems real cool to me. And what about you?
Hey there!
I'm going to check in your abilities. Slow metabolism. It takes more time for you to become hungry, thirsty, and sleepy. Okay, but what is this? Is this just a constantly active skill? Is it a passive, or does it need to be activated? Tell me more, I want to know. The thing is, we can purchase this skill, no problem. Actually, come to think of it, I'm seeing the cost of these spells. Some of them cost just coin, and others cost a ability point. So we've got 3 ability points. You start the game with 3 ability points, and I have no idea when you get more. I don't know how to accumulate set points, but it looks like we can safely purchase some of these just to try them out. Now, I haven't purchased any abilities or spells yet in my playthrough, but yeah, I'm gonna choose one here. So what should I take? Focus 500, cooldown 500 seconds. Damn, that's gotta be a serious spell. Grants the Discipline boon, which increases the physical damage of your attacks. Using this skill burns a bit of your maximum stamina until the next time you sleep. Certain skills require this boon to be active. Okay. What about Brace? Blocks an attack, restoring your stability and giving you the Discipline boon. Hold on. Wait a minute. Focus. Grants the Discipline boon. Brace. Blocks an attack, restoring your stability and giving you the Discipline boon. All nearby enemies are knocked back. Well, okay. I'm not sure. This is confusing. Both of these things grant discipline. Focus also increases the physical damage of my attacks. Brace bolsters my defense. Blocks an attack, restoring your stability and giving you the discipline boon. I don't know if we need a shield equipped to wield this. All nearby enemies are also knocked back. I mean, that can be useful, but I can imagine if you're fighting on a cliff or you're fighting near a water source. You can't enter water sources, but enemies seem to be able to freely move in and out of water, so I can imagine knocking back an enemy, possibly killing them, knocking them into water or off a cliff, where you cannot loot their corpse. I don't know. Especially in this game, I don't think I will be a big fan of knockback. It seems like a dangerous thing to do, especially in the marshes here, where every pool of water is also poisonous. Slow metabolism. It takes more time for you to become hungry, thirsty, and sleepy. That seems good, but I don't know if I want to spend 50 coin on it yet. Master of Motion. While under the effect of the Discipline boon, impact resistance and all damage resistance are increased by 15. Passive. Curious. Perfect Strike. Stamina cost 10. Cooldown 30 seconds. That's pretty spammable, it seems. Requires any melee weapon. Discipline boon. A lunging attack that ignores all defenses and inflicts pain. Ooh, ignore defenses. That seems cool. Inflicting pain. I guess it could be a replacement for my other spell that inflicts pain. Oh my god, that works only with one-handed axes. Stamina costs. Also, I'm noticing it doesn't cost any mana, it just costs stamina, so I'm going to be using the mana to apply boons to myself. and I can then just use stamina to use this strike. And using stamina shouldn't be too detrimental on my maximum stamina. Flash Onslaught. Discipline Boon, Counter Strike. Only requires a melee weapon. Completely block a physical attack, striking the attacker and dealing high damage. 100 seconds cooldown, 12 stamina costs. The Flash Onslaught requires any melee weapon with the Discipline Boon. Attack all enemies within a close distance with increased damage and impact. Using this skill consumes the Discipline Boon. Okay. A finisher. Okay. Man, I wonder how long the Discipline Boon lasts. I hope it's a really decent amount of time, because it seems like a lot of systems to manage here.
Greetings, friend!
I'm worried about how good I'm going to be in a fight, in combat. I can see myself just getting confused by all these intertwined systems. Damn, that's expensive though. 500 silver. I want it though. 600 silver. Oof. Yeah, certain skills are locked behind other skills, and this looks like one of those locking skills. I don't know which of these are locked behind it, but it could be all of them.
Hey there!
Increases your maximum stamina by 40. You know what, I'll try and purchase one of these spells. Which one will it be? Blocks an attack and gives you the Discipline Boon. All enemies knock back. I think I'll just take slow metabolism for now. Cost of 50. Unlock. Steadfast Ascetic must be learned prior to unlocking the skill. Okay, Steadfast Ascetic. Steadfast Ascetic. Oh no, Perfect Strike. Or Master of Motion. Okay, Master of Motion or Perfect Strike. Okay, so it seems like it's working from down to up, from bottom to top here. Yeah, so this lock here implies that everything above it is going to be locked until we purchase that skill. Checking.
Greetings, friend!
This Joker. So that means we can have access to all of these early skills, and the ones above this line will be locked by ley line connection here. Okay. I wonder. You do not have enough silver. It looks like we can purchase the ley line connection at any point. Damn. Okay, what are these though? Mana cost 7. Envelops you in mana, and for an instant you become immune to damage. I don't know how long an instant lasts. Consumes Firestone. I don't know. Requires Chakram and a Discipline Boon. Mana cost 5, cooldown 6. Launches the disc forward, possibly hitting the enemy twice. Discipline is required to cast this spell. That looks like it could be really good. It gives us a range option. It's a range spell requiring a chakra. I've got 230 coin. It requires a Discipline Boon. I think we already have access to some form of Discipline Boon. Blessed. Grants the blessing of... Grants the Blessed Boon. Okay, that's not Discipline though. Oh man. So we've got Blessed Boon, we also have Discipline Boon. Okay, I think the game is going to get really complicated really fast. Shit.
Greetings, friend!
Yeah, sorry if I'm being really rambling now, but I'm trying to wrap my mind around all these new
Hey there!
elements as well as talking about them. Very confusing. I'm not sure what to choose here. That one's got 500 second cooldown. It grants the discipline boon. What does it cost? It doesn't seem to cost anything to cast boons, so we just have the boons. Whose boons? Your boons? I'm thinking of Pirates of the Caribbean. My favorite movie of all time. First Pirates of the Caribbean. It's also the movie I've watched the most of every movie. Not including anime. I've watched, there's a couple of series that I've watched over and over again, but I think I've watched Pirates of the Caribbean 1 between 10 and 20 times. I've watched that movie over and over. Really just adore it. It's just like really cool. Love it. Favorite movie. Let's see. Block an attack, restoring your stability, and giving you the discipline boon. I don't know if that the scene with Barbossa carrying the ball and chain is in the first movie, but I do remember it. Decisions. Blocks an attack, restoring your stability and giving you the discipline boon. Grants the discipline boon, which increases I think I want to go for this one just because it's got a lower cooldown. Man. Certain skills require this boon to be active. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure which one to purchase. I'll just go for this one because it's got a larger cooldown, but it'll be more useful to us. Blocking and restoring stability. I think I'd rather buff myself up for a very damaging attack before battle. That'll happen more often. Also the knockback, I'm not a big fan of. We'll take this. Focus has been granted.
Greetings, friend!
Greetings. And give me the chakram thingamabob. Yes. 50 silver. That brings us a bunch of cash. And I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna have to change my quick select bars here. Like, seriously. Whoa, watch out. I remember you selling chakram.
Is there something you need?
Chakram costs 90 silver? That's expensive. Okay, it does say that it's about 5. Whatever. Let's go ahead and do it. We'll be fine. It's fine. Doesn't weigh much. Whoa, look at that. Oh, you're holding that up. It's just like fucking above you. That's cool. Interesting. This is gonna change up combat a lot, isn't it? How do I use a weapon though? Can I just use it on its own? Chakram spells are necessary to use this offhand weapon. Okay, chakram spells are necessary to use this offhand weapon. It has its own damage. So the damage is indicated on the chakram itself. So the spells used rowing or wielding the chakram are just your ways of using the weapon. But the damage that you're expecting to get out of it can be seen on the weapon itself. Interesting. Let's see now. So I have spells to equip in my quick bar situation here. Whoops. Didn't mean to use that. I meant to equip it in the quick slot thingamabob. Man. How complicated. Besides quick slot on the right? Yes? Maybe? We're also running late on time. I am very confused. Nope, that wasn't it. Not enough mana. Alright, no mana. Never mind. Yeah. We'll figure things out. I'm probably gonna just wait off the time until I record another episode. See you next time. We'll figure it out.